Dynamite last night. It's Thursday on the show, and you know what that means. Oh, Will Ospreay was interviewed by Renee Paquette after the Double or Nothing win over Samoa Joe. Will said he was feeling good. They show Will in the medical room talking to Kenny Omega. Will said he was buzzing. Omega said he's no stranger to Death Riders, and he's worried that you can't trust those guys. And, yeah. And Will said Omega isn't here every week. Omega said it's not just a physical thing, it's a mental thing. Omega said it's not just physical, it's a mental thing. And Omega said they can do crazy things if they stick together. Omega said to be careful with the Death Riders. John Moxley walked into the room saying good advice. Moxley said all they had the skeletons and told Will that truck is outside. Omega said he'll leave Will to do his neck bridges or whatever the Death Riders do. This is an interesting conversation. There's a lot that we should see wrestlers interacting in different places. So, and then now Dynamite officially opened up the show with Kevin Knight, who turned heel at Double or Nothing. I'm not quite sure about this heel turn. Like, Kevin Knight was so over as a babyface, and yeah, I still don't know why they turned him heel, but I guess we'll see where it goes. Kevin Knight said he didn't expect anything less from the Sicko fans. Knight was greeted with "Shut the F up" chants. Knight said people who asked him why he did what he did on Sunday. Knight said he told Darby Allin not to let the Jet and the fans down. Knight said Allin blew it. And the fans chanted "a-hole." That led to Knight making a 76 Sixers remark saying they blew it against the Knicks. They always use baseball. Oh, crap, they're like all over the place here. The sensitivity level is not that great on here. And then that led to Knight, yeah. And then Knight says he decided he wasn't going to trust the process. Instead, he did what he had to do. Knight said he was the last person to humble MJF. And Knight claimed it should have been in the main event this past Sunday, but said he was watching from the sidelines. Knight said if he looked like a bench player, and the fans chanted yes. Knight claimed he was a highlight every time he stepped into the ring. Knight said he's here to take over this damn company. Oh, my other account got kicked. And, yeah. Knight claimed he was a highlight every time he stepped into the ring, which was true. I mean, he had pretty good matches. And he said he trusted Darby Allin because Allin told him to not waste any time in this business. And Knight explained that Allin couldn't get the job done, and that led him in the pool of his own blood with the Jet standing over him. And then Speedball Mike Bailey came in. Bailey knows how ambitious Knight was, and Bailey said that they both went to be the best, but Knight is impatient and makes mistakes. Bailey claimed that Knight did to Ellen. A double or nothing was a mistake. Bailey wanted Knight to own up to what he did and make things right. And Knight didn't want to shake hands. Instead, he hit Bailey with a microphone, shot to the head, and Bailey was selling while Knight acted like he felt bad about it. So I guess they're into this heel turn. I've not seen the reactions online to this, but yeah, not too sure how I feel about Knight still turning heel. Oh my goodness. Holy crap, they're right behind me. And then the next match was Chris Jericho and Ricochet. I thought this feud would have ended, but I guess it's going on. It might end after this. And everybody is banned from at ringside. They officially announced Jericho is just Jericho. And Chris Jericho won in 14 minutes. Jericho tapped out Ricochet on the stomach as he says, "Good job." And this could be the feud ender with Jericho getting revenge on Ricochet, bringing the Bang Grin. And Jericho did a nice job of selling the legs. And then after the match, I guess and then after the match, Tommaso Ciampa attacked Chris Jericho. So I guess it's going to be Chris Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa feuding next, which could actually be an interesting feud. And then Andrade Alidoro said that Stadium Stampede is over. He can focus on winning the AEW World title. Andrade wanted MJF thought he was better than him. Andrade looked at the camera to end it. How do you know? And there was a Superstation Showcase match. Orange Cassidy versus Leo Rush versus Brian Cage versus Rush. This went 12 minutes. It was an average match. Yeah, four-way matches don't really work all that great, but I think this was really to put over Brian Cage since he's back in action now. But whether they do something with him, I don't know. Oh, how did I get in a Titan? I don't want to be in a Titan. I need to work on these wins. Holy crap, wave 4 out of 5. Wow. Yeah, I want to continue working on control. I almost got Alan Wake done, and then I want to go through the walkthrough guide for Tomb Raider, those achievements, finish up those, and then get through Final Fantasy, and then I want to do Rise of the Tomb Raider. Still gotta finish that, but yeah. So then AEW. So yeah, so this was a 12-minute match with Whoosh getting the win. Oh, we lost. And then Jake Doyle came back to punch Orange. Okay, let's see what I. Okay, wow. Oh, I still need to kill 25 specters with this gun. Okay. So what the... Okay. And then... This one I still need to get. What other one? Oh yeah, I should invite this person in here. And yeah, so and then MJF is backstage with his Triple B version of the title. Renee Paquette was there to interview him. Kevin Knight went up to MJF, who claimed that Knight was there to show respect to MJF. Knight said he did what he had to do because WWE took the opportunity that belonged to him, and he claimed he'd take the world title from MJF. And Max said it's nice to have goals and left. Oh, wow. Because I think I'm all done here. Oh. Okay, I guess I still got these ones to do yet. Oh. Never mind, I still have a lot more to do yet than what I thought. No. Okay, well this one's just kill 25 specters. And then this one, oh this stupid thing. Okay. Oh, I don't know why that wire did not stick up. And then Kyle, yeah. And then Kyle Fletcher approached Kevin Knight looking at that TNT title that used to belong to Kyle. Don Callis put them over as two incredible young talents and suggested Knight to come talk to him. So they're going to try recruiting him. Then the Brawling Birds duo of Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor were interviewed by Renee Paquette. Windsor said she's been preparing for the Women's Owen Hart tournament and she will face the wild card next week. I wonder who the wild card will be. She's going to prove to be... And Windsor says she's going to prove to be one of the best in the world. Windsor said it's a path that ends at home, and her Billy Will Ospreay is chasing his Wembley dream, and so Hayter said one way or the other the Birds will come on top. So I need to... And then there was time for the MJF World Championship celebration. He made his entrance for a promo, said that MJF said that finally Big Hebrew got his Triple B back. MJF said that Darby Allin is currently hanging his head in shame because for the third time he beat Allin with a move as simple as a headlock takeover. MJF said that pro wrestling has been around since the 1800s. Only 8 men has ever been a 3-time world champion. And MJF claimed that they'll be writing him in the history books as MJF is the first 3-time world champion by the age of 30 years old. I just gotta kill specters. And MJF said we're living in the greatest era imaginable. It's the greatest era because it's all about MJF. Oh. Just need Spectre kills. Now, this is a different kind of review, but yeah, I'm reviewing it as I'm playing. And then MJF said he wants every person watching at home in the arena to get down on their hands and knees and bow before the greatest of all time. And then Mike Briscoe interrupted the promo. Mike ripped down the giant scarf. MJF wondered who Mike thinks he is. Mike said that MJF stands here in the city, is a stranger. MJF standing here in the city is a stranger in a strange place because he doesn't fit here. And then Mike said that people are hard-nosed and some are the toughest human beings on the planet. Mike claims that MJF believes he's better than all of them and he knows it, and that he pinned. And Mike said that it was not too long ago that he pinned MJF's right in the middle of the ring. Mike said he wants a title shot. Everybody wants a title shot. And then Mark wondered if MJF would continue to be a soft little bee or would he man up. MJF said he's not saying no because Mark pulled the flag. And then Roosh made his entrance and got in MJF's face as well. Roosh said that Mark is a chicken farmer, but MJF is chicken crap. So this was a great segment. And then MJF responded to, and then Roosh won a title shot, won an AEW World title shot. When you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So yeah, so next week it's gonna be MJF versus Roosh for the title. Next with Claudio versus Brody King. This match went 12 minutes, and it was an entertaining match. They didn't do a lot of wrestling holds because they threw so many strikes throughout the match. And Brody King won that match. Oh. And then Adam Copeland and Christian Cage made their entrance to celebrate the big title win. Cage started off by telling him to sit down and shut up, but Cope wondered what he was doing. Cage said it's not like he's banged any of their mothers, but maybe he did. Cope remarked that the 90s were pretty crazy, and Cage said he knows FTR, wondering what Cage will say. Cage said FTR are the toughest and best tag team they've ever shared the ring with, while adding they brought out the best of Cope and Christian. And then Cope said that FTR is in the rearview, so it's time to live in the now. Cope said it's time to do something they haven't done in 25 years. They did the 5-second pose, what they did in the 90s. And he's not doing that. And Cage said he's not doing that. Adam asked Phil if they wanted to see the 5-second pose. And then Cage said they don't even make flash photography anymore. So, and Cage said you're wrong because you brought out oh crap. And he brought out disposable camera. And then when Cope got into the ring, the Dogs duo of David Finlay and Clark's attacked Cage and Cope. Finlay had a shillelagh. So it looks like this is the first feud in the AEW Tag Team Championship match. So it's going to be against the Connors. Next was Anna Jay and Taya Mello. That went 70 seconds with Anna Jay and Taya Mello getting the win. And then Mark Davis versus Jack Perry rematch from Collision. This match went 18 minutes with Mark Davis getting the win again. And that match went nearly 20 minutes. I think I might have. Okay, I am going to change my weapon. Wait, was that the weapon I had already? No, I had this one. I wish I could tell to see. And yeah, and that was the main event of Dynamite. I did not watch Collision, so maybe I can actually fire up Collision. Yeah, there was no Tekla on the show. There was no. But yeah, the show was focused on Kevin Knight, MJF. Yeah. But yeah, that was AEW Dynamite. I thought it was a decent show. This was the first show after Double or Nothing, and they started new feuds, new matches.